Hey guys, this is June because it's Brownie and June. Welcome to Amazing Life today. So today I'm on my road trip again, so that's why I couldn't answer all the PM and instantly. But still, I'm going to do the Facebook Live as usual, like every single day, right? So today we are going to dive into this topic. This topic is about how do we kickstart an online business when we have no experience. I got this question like a lot of times, but I got from my friends. Facebook, it's actually whether from my Facebook friends like all around the world, or actually from my friends in Malaysia, they all ask me this question. June, you seem to be having experience in e-commerce as well as like in the IT business. They look very online, as well as right now you're doing another online coaching as affiliate marketing as well. So how do I kickstart online? So that's where I actually stopped and I tried to think of that. Okay, then I answered. The way to get started is to literally get started. Like the reasons that I see a few of my friends that are doing for my Malaysian friends is that most of them, they want to dive in e-commerce. So it's not that I'm against e-commerce. I just felt like e-commerce, unless you're building a personal branding, whether you are the manufacturer, where you manufacture the brand yourself, I just think that e-commerce can be saturated. It doesn't mean that it cannot be done. It can be done. It's just it needs extra more effort. So for me, I prefer, to me, e-commerce is like a red ocean for me. But then unless you are like a brand manufacturer yourself, that you are very famous, you attach your brand to it, you build a very successful brand. If let's say building a brand and you have a really good product and attaching it with brand, this is really good. But then I felt like it's really not too much for me. I can't really see e-commerce. I felt like it's a very competitive kind of zone. It's like maybe anyone can import from China and anyone can actually sell things from China, right? And then rebrand it to themselves, and it's like no-brainer. So that's why e-commerce is not something that I would recommend if let's say you want to get started. But what are the things that you can actually get started? There's so much more. Like firstly, I have another friend, so she said, okay, if let's say in e-commerce, then what? I said, hey, have you actually thought that you yourself have some special skill that you can actually teach other people about this? So that's what I asked. So my friend said, no, I don't. I was like, no, you have been living for your whole life for about 35 years old, and then you have been working in so many different corporates. You are working in public relations. How can you say that there is no special skill that you can teach others? So it then comes back to this topic. A lot of us, we are so used to doing things that seem easy to us that we kind of forgot those are actually our superpower, and those are actually what we are expert in, and those are the things that people do not know. So what you need to do right now is just to get started, try to work for people for free, all right? Because when you get started, it's always a chicken and egg. Why do I say it's a chicken and egg? You do not have experience. That's why you couldn't charge others. That's what you felt, right? You don't have experience. How do you know how much to charge, and then whether you can trust someone, and then how to get other people to trust you? So everything is very simple. When I get started in this sense, I just get started like 5 months ago. So what I do is that I work for free. So I think that time, like 5 months ago, I think that I have a superpower in marketing, in branding, as well as public relations, as well as closing sales. But I couldn't put a price tag on it. And then that's number one. And then secondly, I do not know how good I am as compared to so many people out there. I just know that I have talents. Okay, I know that this is like really part of me that I would be like so happy to do it for free, right? So that's why I dive into it, and then I got on calls with new friends that I just met. I say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to look at your business. I spend my time to really look on other people's business and then give free advice, and I work for free. It's literally I give my 100%. I think I give my 150% to work for free. And in exchange, I get feedbacks and testimonials. So that's why if let's say you're on a theory that you do not have experience, that's why you cannot get started. To me, that's a BS. We say like it's a bullshit, right? Because that's the reality. If let's say you do not get started right now, how come you will have experience? So anyone who is doing anything, we need to get started somewhere. So it's actually the person who is taking the actions despite whether they have experience or without any experience, that is what making the differences. So I remember this for a very long time because I used to be in like I was a home tutor before as well. Like that was when I was like I didn't, let me think, 17 years old? I think 16 years old, 17 years old. I was teaching a primary school student on tuition on mathematics, English, Mandarin, etc. So when I get started, do I have experience as a tutor? No. But then I learned by teaching, my cousins, and then I felt like, oh my God, I think I can teach well. That's why after that, this become my superpower, that I start to teach strangers, go to their house, to the families, and teaching the children about the tuition. So that's where I get charged. Not that I get charged. That's where I charge people, right? So that's one thing. And then after that, I dive into like managing a tuition center. So I was just like, I think 20 years old. I have to manage 2 jobs at the very same time. While actually managing a tuition center, it was really, really taxing for me. It was very difficult. I was just like 20 years old. So do I have experience in managing tuition center? No. Probably at that time, it was like an exploration time for me, where I think that when I'm young, I'm still young. When I'm young, right, it's actually the best time to explore. And of course, whoever is watching this right now, you may feel, you will say like, but then June, you were just 20 years old, you have so much time to waste. Yes, you're right. But then have you thought about, actually there is no perfect timing except right now. So if let's say you always want to do something, you have been wanting to do it for a very long time, right now is the best time to do it, because the fact that you're watching at my video right now is actually a sign for you to get started. So you don't have any experience to get started, you just need to take actions to get started, because the more times you actually practice on it, the more times you actually do it, then you'll get experience. So I manage tuition center. Of course, actually tuition center management is not part of what I love, right? So I manage about 6 months later on, then we hand over to someone else to handle it. So after the tuition center, I went to my e-commerce business, which I've been telling you guys that like, I'm selling like female accessories. So do I have any experience? Seriously, no. I don't have any experience at all. And then e-commerce, that time in Southeast Asia region, I'm in Malaysia, in Southeast Asia region, it's like really just starting. I literally know nothing. So what I did is I was just like, oh my God, let's hand make some earrings. Do I know how to hand make earrings? No. So I just like Google, YouTube, enroll into classes. Oh, I make a pair of earrings. Okay, let's try to sell. But of course, these things, whatever we do, right? It's just 2 things. First, courage. The courage to let the whole world knows that you are doing something new. All right. A lot of my friends, they just lack of the courage of failing. They keep on letting the mentality of, oh my God, what if I fail? Like people will just look at me differently, and then they will probably laugh at me. I will say, no, you failing it's not actually failing. It's just, there's no failure. There's only feedback. You not doing good at it, you just need to pivot until you're good at it. Like unless you're not passionate in what you do. Because if let's say you're passionate in what you do, it doesn't matter that you fail, like because it's just like a temporarily, right? You just make it work. That's why whenever you want to do a business, an online business, I would say that go for a passion, go for something that you don't mind to work for free. You don't mind that you work like until midnight and you're not getting paid, but then you're still so excited to connect with people around there, as well as to teach people of this, all right? Look for the passion, and then secondly, you must have the courage, all right? It is all right if let's say it doesn't work, it's all right, you take away with the experience. And the third thing is that you just need to do it. Like when I first started my first Facebook Live, do you think that I know what to do? Like seriously, I know nothing. You guys, if let's say you haven't watched it, you should probably watch it. It's like with a very cute mini microphone. I do not know anything at all. But then today, the fact that you're watching this, you feel like, oh my God, June, you're so experienced. Of course, I started my first. Like, can you literally see I'm rolling eye? Like, but then it's just kidding. I just want to like give you guys the motivation that it just take a start. It's just take a start to do something that you love. So what you need to do today, that's the today homework, right? So I say that I want to give like homework on every day. So today's homework is very simple. First, remember the things that you always wanted to do, and then you have find no time to do it, and then you have so many excuses not to do it, like, oh, because of this, because of COVID, because of lockdown, because of my boss, because of my family, because of my baby, and etc. Okay, right now is the time to stop. Just start, like take the first 30 minutes from now on just to write it down on a piece of paper. what is the thing that you always wanted to do for a very long time, but then you haven't done? So that's the first thing. Second thing, list down 10 things that you need to do in order to make that goal happen. Okay, so that's number 2. And then third, try to think back, how are you going to execute this, and then what is the goal that you want to achieve. Maybe 3 years time is too long for you. Like, let's think about 1 year time. What you want to bring this in another year, like let's say now it's 2021, like August. So what you want it to be. And then fourth, how many hours per day you have in order to make that happen. It doesn't matter that you have 1 hour per day or you only have 30 minutes per day. It doesn't matter. But what I think we all need to do is that you need to have the clarity of whether you want to do it. If let's say after listing down all, you just say, oh no, I only have 20 minutes per day to do it. So, oh my God, you have 20 minutes to play Facebook, and then you don't have 20 minutes to do the things that you love. Yeah, there's something wrong. Maybe this thing is really not your passion, okay? So that's all what you need to do to get started. It takes courage and it's really very simple. So everybody just need to kickstart to start something. I hope that this video actually helped you to move yourself a little bit to do that, because sometimes, to be honest, I felt like I needed it as well. But then I guess that the best way to kick my own butt is to help others to kick their butt as well. So as of when I'm recording this, right, this message is also for me as well. So I'm sure that everybody will have that point of time in life that you felt like, oh, I should have done this, I should have done that. So stop saying that to yourself and then just go and do it, okay? So let's do it together, and like let's revisit this video like maybe 1 year later on and then see how we all achieve, right? So that's all with my video and live video for today. So if let's say you like this video today, please give me some hashtag live or hashtag replay, or tell me what is the number 1 thing that you always wanted to do but then you find no time to do it. So put it in the comment down below so that you're committed to do it, okay? So secondly, feel free to join my group. It's called Amazing Story, www.amazingstory.co, and get my client magnet machine blueprint. I'm going to teach you how you can transform your social media platform to get more clients and more sales for your business. And of course, not forgetting to follow me at YouTube and Instagram. Please follow me on YouTube because I kind of like at 61 subscribers right now. So yes, more of you guys, then I can reach 100 subscribers, right? So thank you so much for liking and sharing this video. Then I'll see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye.